Welcome to That's Based. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground, brought to you by Outlaw Streamers Lives 365 on Chris Baker Radio and our friends at bloodatyrants.com. Drinkbloodatyrants.com with the promo code BASED. You'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. They have red and white wine. Drinkbloodatyrants.com with the promo code BASED. You're going to save 10% off your order at the checkout. Believe me, it's worth every penny. It's better than the garbage you're buying in the stores. Drinkbloodatyrants.com with the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D. You're going to save 10% off your order at the checkout. Also, Thanksgiving's coming up. Today is your last chance to donate to my producer, Tim's company, that is raising money to help feed families in the community. You can Venmo him at Chatter Gnome, C-H-A-T-T-E-R, G as in girl, N-O-M-E. On Venmo, Chatter Gnome, C-H-A-T-T-E-R-G-N-O-M-E. Every little bit helps. If you don't have much, that's okay too. God bless you. But we're raising money, and it's the last chance. Also, Saturday, December 13th. That's Saturday, right? The 13th? I got my dates right? Yeah, Saturday, December 13th at Beach House Bar and Grill. We're going to have the Roast Battles. Verbal Assault is back. It's our final show for the year. I'm going to be hosting that. Be sure to stop out. We are going to be all of my portion of the proceeds. Once again, this is our annual fundraiser. We're going to help buy Christmas presents for the kids up in Macy on the Omaha reservation from Mia's tribe. Again, that's December 13th. We will have details on that soon at Beach House Bar and Grill, the last roast battles of the season. Okay. It's unsolicited advice. Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy's here. She has scoured the internet. She's found a couple of people that need help, and they're reaching out to folks online, and they're getting it from us, though, and they didn't ask for it from us. But here we are. I'm going to give it to them straight. What do you have? What's going on with these people today?
We got a single mom.
Oh God.
Single mom. And
she's wrong. I don't even need to read it.
Yeah, she is. And then, oh gosh, what else is there? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yep.
But before we do that, we've got fan mail. We've got some fan mail. Now, I very rarely read the comments we get on any of our outside of the Facebook group. I don't read our comments very often because it's not healthy for a human being to read so much negativity. However, every now and then I'll scour it. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, we did a segment about that woman who was calling churches in her area under, let's be honest, not the most honest of pretexts. She was setting people up, and she had some pretty ridiculous standards for what she considered to be helping her. You can go back. We have it clipped up on YouTube if you're interested in watching it, or you can just go back and watch the full episode from a couple weeks ago. But of course, we clipped that one on YouTube, knowing it was going to get a bunch of reactions, some good, some bad. Do you know what the best part is, Mia? The best part when we clip it and a bunch of people flock to it, leaving angry, nasty comments and hate watching, is we still get paid the same. Whether it makes you happy or it really, really pisses you off, we still get the same amount of money for every view. So we don't give a shit. If I'm going to get a bunch of views from hate, so be it. I'm going to fund this show for another month doing that. So great. But this one stuck out the most to me, though. Go ahead and pull this comment up for us here, this piece of fan mail on YouTube. This comes from King Alzea. Says, a victim of the left clickbait channel in this era, demonizing Christians. The truth is, one is cursed the moment one opens a tiny, struggling hate channel playing the religious victim. That's when the phone stops ringing. When you slide further into actual evil like this, when half your family decided you aren't welcome at Thanksgiving, when your heroes are angry and weak and lying and just right to you, the poor that demonize the victim, you brought it on yourself the moment you became this ... thing. There's a whole lot going on there, and I'm only sure I understand about 25% of it. That sounds like projection to me. Mia, what do you think? That might be a little bit of projection there from King Alzea.
I think just a little.
Yeah. Half the family didn't. Dude, I wish. I have too much to do on Thanksgiving. I wish half of my family would cut me off because of who I voted for. I wouldn't be bouncing back and forth to all these different places and still not able to hit all of them on Thanksgiving. I wish they would have cut me off for my politics. That would make everything so much simpler. Well, if you click on King Alzea's YouTube channel, He's got a couple of videos that all appear to be AI generated. I could be wrong, but they look to be AI generated. And his bio simply says, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Well, King Alzea has like 50 subscribers, so it's safe to say that people don't like it. He's got the open invite in his bio, but I just felt we would share that one with you guys. Okay, let's go to our first contestant here. Our first folks that need a little bit of help for unsolicited advice this week. By the way, we will not have a Saturday show. Just a reminder, no show this upcoming Saturday. Then we're back to your regularly scheduled programming. The following Saturday, the 6th, Mia will not be on the show. It'll just be me flying solo that Saturday. So you'll still get a show. It'll just probably be a little bit more condensed than usual. All right, with that said, let's do it. Okay, what's the first one here? From Soggy Possible 3610. Where do these people get these usernames? Is it like auto-generated or something like that?
I think you can choose an auto-generated one. I could be mistaken, though. I don't know.
All right. Throwaway account to stay anonymous. I apologize for any spelling or wording errors. I am from Alabama. I added the last part myself. It says I'm a bit dyslexic. How are you a bit dyslexic? I think that's like something you're either all in or all out. I don't think you can be a little dyslexic. I'm kind of retarded. No, it's like I don't think you can be a little bit of dyslexic.
I'm kind of retarded.
You either have it or you don't. Oh, it's muted on the keyboard. You either have it or you don't. So it says, I, 21 female, am 3 weeks postpartum with me and my husband, 54, first child together. He has one from his previous marriage. Yeah, it's probably your sister, your half-sister. How fucking old you are. The age gap there. It says, I had somewhat of a difficult childbirth experience, so I still do have a bit of pain at times. He's been great for the most part, but there is one problem. My doctor recommended I wait 6 to 8 weeks before having sex. My husband doesn't want to wait that long. Over the last couple of weeks, he's attempted to initiate something multiple times. He does stop when I tell him to, but afterwards he'll act cold towards me. He says he has needs, but so do I. I'm still recovering from the childbirth. I know I need to talk to him about this, but I really don't know what to even say. Our relationship has been really good outside of this one issue. We haven't had any other major issues except his jealousy during my freshman year of college. Yeah, when he was your professor, right? When you were talking to the guy next to you in his class, he got a little jealous. My freshman year of college. Oh my God. But this has since been resolved. Well, good. I'm glad that when you were 18 and he was 50, you were able to get over your problems. I love him with all my heart, and I really want him to be satisfied in our relationship, but I'm still trying to recover. What should I do? So when we did this segment on the show last week about the age gap relationships, and we were talking about the people that were 23 and 20 and how that really wasn't that big of a deal, this, while it's not illegal, and I'm not going to spend too much time fixating on this, I got to say, this is kind of creepy. This is like if the other person's old enough to be your parent and it wouldn't be a young age for which they could be a parent, it's kind of creepy. I mean, technically, if you're in Council Bluffs, this guy could be your grandpa. If you really think about it, that's a CB grandpa over there. 33 years, that's 3 generations of kids right there. No problem. It says, do I need to read this update?
Not really. The only thing worth noting in the update is she says that the relationship started in high school.
Nice! That makes it even better. Oh, boy. That's called... Yes, so that's where I have a problem with it, where the other person's in high school and the older party in this is far removed from high school. That's where I start to have a problem with the age gap thing, because now it's not just 2 consenting adults. It involves grooming a minor, and it gets really, really creepy. Here's what I will say. If you intend on staying with your abuser, because that's what he is, very, very simple. When the river is red, take the dirt path. Do you know what that means? Butt sex. Anal sex. That's I feel like that's the compromise that you guys can make. Is that a good compromise? No comment. I mean, you don't birth babies out of your asshole. How bad can that be? I've solved another problem. We're solving the world's problems one butt fuck at a time, ladies and gentlemen. I solved it. Problem solved.
Rabbi butt plug.
He was on Piers Morgan today. Okay, what do we got next? I solved it. I don't need to read anything more. I solved the problem. She's gonna be with this guy that clearly groomed her. I solved the problem. Tell him to go fucking jerk off. I don't know. How about don't date a guy that's old enough to be your grandpa on Council Bluffs? There's your first, there's the real solution. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, from Kaz Calls. Would I be the asshole if I tell my friend I don't like being around her kid? I, 32 male, have a female friend, 29F, that has a kid. I'm at the point where I want to tell her not to bring her kid around me. This will be difficult because the kid has grown really fond of me. Child's 4 years old. I don't like how she's allowed to behave. She is still breastfeeding at that. What? I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a little old to be breastfeeding. Have you ever seen Grown Ups? Oh, Kevin James's kid is like 8 and still breastfeeds in it. It's funny. She's still breastfeeding at that age, and she isn't properly potty trained. To clarify, she can sometimes use the bathroom on her own. I don't need to know about the kid pissing and shitting herself. She doesn't have any mental challenges. On top of that, she has a cell phone that she's good. 4? You can't breastfeed and have a cell phone. You have to pick one or the other. You're either adult enough for a cell phone to where you don't need to breastfeed, or you're too dependent on mom that you need to breastfeed, so you're not adult enough for yourself. You don't get to have both. Who the fuck is a 4-year-old talking to on the phone? What are they talking about? What are they doing of any substance on a cell phone? A 4-year-old. What could they possibly be talking about? Evidently nipple milk. All of this annoys me, but since she's not my child, I don't comment. I mind my own business. The bigger problem is this child cannot take no for an answer. When she's with her mother, she bullies her by crying hysterically until her mom gives in to whatever she wants. You might wonder how this affects me. Well, the child often cries hysterically for my laptop or smartwatch. I'm not rich, and I can't afford for a kid to break my things. Once her mom left her with me briefly while she went to grab something from the car. During that short time, the child reached for my prescription glasses. When I refused to give them to her, she threw such a hysterical tantrum. The cries were so loud and gut-wrenching that people thought I'd spanked her. Sounds like somebody needs to. Will I be the asshole if I tell her I do not like being around her kids? For context, she is a single mother. We figured that. You didn't have to tell us, but I appreciate it. The mother is not lactating. The breastfeeding has no nutritional benefit, only soothing/bonding. The kid demands and asks for the breast and cries at times and persistent until... Yeah, I do that too with my wife. But I'm kidding. No, you wouldn't be the asshole. Listen, you're basically playing daddy here with none of the benefits. What the fuck is the point? It's not your kid. You're clearly in the friend zone with this woman, and you're expected to just look after her kid and put up with this bullshit? No, you wouldn't be the asshole. In fact, I think you need to tell her, hey, you're doing a shit job at parenting your kid. You're raising an entitled little brat that is going to be a menace to society when she grows up unless you correct course now. Here's how this is going to go, okay? This girl's going to be 19 years old in a relationship, treating the guy like absolute shit. But these types of women, they always find a guy with low self-esteem. They've got like a magnet for him. So she'll find a guy with low self-esteem that'll put up with her bullshit. She's not hot, but she's not ugly. She's a solid 6.5, 7. The girl in the story when she grows up. So it's kind of like she's as good as this guy's going to get, but you look at him and like, do you really need that baggage, man? Can you downgrade half a point to a point and like it'd still be okay? But he goes with it anyway because he's a pathetic simp. 10 years down the line, they're married, right? They're married. He has a kid with her. He's stupid enough to bust inside of her without any type of protection. They have a kid together. She, of course, won't work because she's not because it's this noble, I want to be a stay-at-home mom and raise my kid thing. It's because she's a lazy sack of shit who's never had to work for anything in her life. She won't raise the kid. She'll dump the kid on her mom or some other simp while the dad works 80 plus hours a week at a backbreaking job for a shit wage until he's finally had it. He's had it and he's about to leave her. And she goes, no, let's not. No, please don't. Please. Because she realizes this is as good as she's going to get. She's blown out. She's gained 60 pounds she didn't lose from the pregnancy. And she's got a kid. She's 10 years older now. She's not near as hot. So there's a problem. And she's not going to be able to just go find somebody else to pawn these problems off on. Not somebody who's going to be worth a shit, that is. Like this guy, this hardworking man that's just trying to provide for his family and make the best of the poor situation he's put himself in. So she tries her Hail Mary play, which is, let's have another baby. That'll fix everything. By the way, that is the best thing if you're going through marital problems, the best thing you guys can do is have a baby. The best thing you can do, take this advice, the best thing you can do is get pregnant again. A child will fix all of your problems, I guarantee it. So they'll have their second baby, 6 years will go down the line. She still won't have changed. At this point, they're in crippling credit card debt. They're 3 months behind on the mortgage. Life has gone to shit. The husband has finally had enough, so he goes to the pawn shop, pawns his grandfather's watch. It's the only thing he owns that's worth a shit, that's worth any amount of money. It's the only thing he'll be able to pass down to his children. Pawns the grandfather's watch for a 12-gauge shotgun, walks home and murder-suicides the whole family, Chris Benoit style, then blows his brains out right in the kitchen. 4 people are dead because this Reddit user did not tell this woman to parent her child better. I just gave you a glimpse into the future. That's how this ends 100% of the time. So yes, you need to tell her that she is a shitty parent and she has to stop caving to everything her daughter wants if you want to avoid the Chris Benoit suicide. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Next one. I'm solving all the problems today. Anonymous member, am I the asshole or is this relationship exhausting? Boyfriend went to a wedding, has been ignoring me for over 10 hours. Am I reasonable to be upset? My boyfriend went to his close friend's wedding today. He invited me, but I couldn't go for a personal reason. Her reason was that she was cheating on him. No, I made that up, I think. Our last text was around 1:30 p.m. He didn't text anything after that. Then I texted him around 8:30 saying I was at an event and feeling a bit sick. I wasn't sick today. Oh, so she's manipulating him. No response. I got home around 10, still didn't see a response. I texted him saying, I'm sick. You're so busy, with emojis. No response. 11 p.m., I texted him, hey, I'm not happy that you went silent for almost 10 hours today, even though I reached out multiple times, especially when I told you that I'm sick. Like you don't care about how sick I am or how I'm doing. I understand the wedding is important, but my health and well-being aren't as important to you. I'm not feeling well. And was this all? Oh my God, I thought she was like elaborating. This is all the message. I'm not feeling well, and you're making me feel even worse. I don't understand why you have a need to ignore me for 10 hours like I don't even exist. Like the wedding really needs 10 straight hours of focus? That's unreasonable. Well, there's some people we know that might require that. That's unreasonable, and I can't really understand that mindset. I already tried not to bother you much, but you ignoring me even when I'm sick isn't acceptable to me. Still no response until now. Am I reasonable? Is my text too much? I feel really upset. What should I do now? I'm so upset that I couldn't sleep. Should I text him more? Yes, blow his phone up. I'm talking 45 text messages over the next 20 minutes. Half of them saying, I'm breaking up with you. And then the other half saying, no, I'm not. Please call me.
So what she is leaving out is he is the best man.
That does change quite a bit.
Not just a wedding guest. So yes, his attention is he should have his attention on the groom during the day.
That changes the context.
He conveniently left that out of the original.
Yeah,
post.
I mean, when I was the best man at my brother's wedding, I needed my phone because I was trying to set somebody up to bring me lunch, but that was pretty, I mean, other than that, unless it was a necessity, I didn't have my phone on me 90% of that day. And that was honest. What time did I go? That was probably like 10 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it, that I got there? So that was like 12 hours I was without a phone. Yeah, no, that's reasonable. That's, oh boy. I just found out a few hours ago the wedding schedule was 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. They have their live location shared, and she trusts him. She just hates that he ignored her for that long. I mean, look, I'm assuming they live together if they're sharing locations. Do you need to be in constant contact with your partner if you know where they're at? Like, if you know where they're at, you live together, do you need to be in constant contact? Like, don't get me wrong, when I'm out of town or Mia's out of town, we'll text throughout the day, like, to check in. But I don't know, you would say we're not in constant contact, would you?
No, and honestly, I wouldn't want to be.
No, we live together. Why the fuck would we want to be in constant contact? We don't have that much to talk about. Look, you do the constant texting thing when you're in the dating phase, when you don't live together, right? And even then, you're forcing it. There's not that much to talk about. How was your day for the 8th time? What are you up to? Nobody fucking cares.
We have a silent dinner half the time.
Well, the other half is gossip. We spend gossiping.
That's
That's the important part. There's not that much to talk about with any. You know, the movie Pulp Fiction actually put it the best. I'm going to butcher this quote. But more or less, I'm paraphrasing what he said was, or it might have been a female that said it in the movie. What the quote was, though, was that, you know, a relationship's good when you can sit with someone for hours with nothing to talk about and just tune out the world's bullshit. If you feel like, you know, you talk about you're not insecure. They've been dating for 1 year. Oh. She talks about how she's not insecure or whatever. If you weren't insecure, you wouldn't need to be in constant communication with this guy. That's all there is to it. Now, look, what one text checking in throughout the day when you're in another city, not a huge ask, or a couple texts or whatever to check in with the other person, but you know where this guy's at. It's not a big surprise. Like, it's not like the night's just gonna go wherever it's gonna go. You know he's at the wedding. You know when the wedding runs till. You know his role in the wedding. What do you need an update on? Unless it's, hey, the fucking house is burning down. So she knew where this guy was, knew that he was going to be in a role that was going to require his attention throughout the day, and then admittedly decided to lie to him and try to manipulate him, lying, pretending that she was sick. That's fucked up. No, she is the abuser here. Absolutely. No wonder you've been single into your mid-30s because you're a train wreck and a manipulator. I mean, look, it's like I said, if you know where he's at, why the fuck does it matter? I'm going to be at the Nebraska game with some friends on Friday from like 8 to, I don't know, 8 in the morning till, I don't know. I'm not going to check it. I'll text Mia when we get there and when we're on our way home so that, you know, if I text her, we're on our way home and 4 hours go by, she knows to start calling hospitals or something. But that's it. I'm not going to let her know that, oh, I'm sitting at the tailgate. We're in our seats. Oh, Nebraska's up 13-7. Even though she could go check the scoreboard. Nebraska's not going to be up 13-7. We should have waited another week to buy those tickets. We could have got them for way less than we did. I digress, though. Yes, you are the asshole. The relationship is exhausting, and you are the asshole. Two things can be true at once, but the relationship is exhausting solely because of you, my dear. Just you. Anything you want to add?
No, I think you said it all.
I said it all, and then some.
I want to know what would happen, like, if she was a bridesmaid and he was like blowing her phone up, like how she would feel.
I'll tell you what would happen. She would be on here posting about how she couldn't believe her toxic, controlling boyfriend was blowing her phone up, and he's such an abuser, and he's so controlling that he makes her share phone locations, and it would all be about how she's the victim, because that's how people like this are. No matter what side of the coin they're on, whether they're on offense or they're on defense, one thing remains consistent, which is that they are always the victim, because they thrive on that. They've spent their lives as victims, and maybe they became a victim early on in life, and it truly wasn't their fault. Somebody did something terrible to them. and they were a victim early on. But many people have been victims early on of horrible circumstances, and they've decided to make the most of them. You, however, have decided to wallow in your victimhood, and that is why you will continue to be a loser throughout the rest of your life. You will continue to leave comments on my YouTube account about how half of my family does not invite me to Thanksgiving. Which half didn't invite us? That's what I want to know. Which half do you think? Which half would be... Don't answer that. I don't know the answer. I don't want to know. Yeah, no, she's the asshole. Oh, we do have another announcement. Nebraska basketball improved to 7-0 tonight. We're recording this Tuesday, the 25th, late at night. And Creighton dropped another one. Got absolutely dog-walked by Iowa State on the road. So Nebraska has one more game until they take a week-long break. The game is on Saturday against South Carolina Upstate. Should be an easy dub. They'll go into a week-long bye 8-0, where then they'll face on Sunday, the 7th, Creighton in Lincoln, where we'll likely be the favorite. And Mia and I's in-house rivalry will continue. Isn't that... What's the final score going to be? What do you think?
76 to 52. Creighton.
That would be an ass beating. I don't think Creighton scored 76 points all year. Mia went to Creighton, for those of you that are curious. I did not. I did not go to Creighton, believe it or not. People look at me and they're like, you didn't go to Creighton? Like when I drive Mia's car with the Creighton alumni. I did that once. I drove to a gig in Mia's car one time with the Creighton alumni plates on, pulled up. And I was talking to a guy outside that was outside smoking a cigarette outside of the venue. And I'm like, yeah, it's my wife's car. And he's like, yeah, I figured. I'm like, oh, yeah, Volkswagen Jetta, not really a manly car. He's like, no, there's just no way in hell you went to Creighton. I'm like, okay, that works too. Nebraska fan all the way. I did go to UNO for a brief period of time, and they're a D1 team. They just suck dick, so I don't follow them. That's been our show. We will see you guys next Wednesday. Remember, we're taking Saturday off. No Saturday show. You're going to have to spend time with your families this weekend instead of with me. Sorry. In the meantime, bye from the sponsors. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat, and so are you, which is why you should cut back on your sauces and switch to seasoning with Firecracker Farms Hot Salt. Firecracker.farm. With the promo code BASED, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout on Hot Salt. Hot Salt's a combination of Mediterranean sea salt, scorpion pepper, Carolina Reaper, and ghost pepper, and it goes great on everything. They come with a giant bottle. Or, no, not bottle, grinder. A giant grinder. And my God, it lasts you forever because a little bit goes a long way. And if you go to firecracker.farm, not .com, .org, or .net, and use the promo code BASED, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. Made on a family farm with love right here in the good old US of A, with this whole America First push and everything and all the tariffs and whatnot. It's a great time this holiday season to support the brands that build their products or make them, I guess, right here in the good old US of A. And if you go to firecracker.farm with the promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout on just that. Good old American-made products. Firecracker.farm, not .com, .org, or .net. F-A-R-M, farm, like a farmland. With the promo code BASED, you'll save 10% off your order at the checkout. That's been our show. Happy Thanksgiving. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse.